Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage for the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference in who we go. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, I slipped. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Well, man, no, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, I'm tired of this shit. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, it's the detox. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Said I would never do it again. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. I'm so tired of this shit. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again.
Hey there. Welcome to the Overcomers of Relapse podcast. I am D, your host. This is episode 2 of season 3 for my podcast. So welcome to all listeners out there. It is great to share this experience with you. I just want to put this out there right from the beginning. This podcast is not only pertaining to relapse as far as drugs, alcohol, or any other addictions. We are open to all topics. However, our main topic is why do we have addictive behaviors and how can we overcome them? On episode 2 of season 3, I would like to use for a topic, what size is yours? What size is yours? Now, I knew this topic title would get a lot of attention. That's why I used it. Sorry, can't stop laughing, knowing what is going through the mind of listeners, especially people I know personally. Okay, let's get started here. I am referring to your heart, the capacity that it holds to love. Now, I know most of us would like to think we have big hearts. Hearts, that is. However, if you were to ask your spouse, closest friends, or family members their opinions about the way you love and the size of your heart, the answer may be shocking to you. Now, the question is it the lover of the persons that are being loved that are misjudging and questioning the actions and motives in the relationships they share with each other? In my opinion, I say the responsibility lies on both parties. As spiritual individual beings, we all have our gifts of expressing of love that we bring to the world and each other. We are uniquely made and have our own special qualities, and the quality of each person's love and how it is expressed depends on that person's physically, mentally, and spiritual being. So in other words, a lot of times people have not been taught how to express love. Everyone expressed love in different ways by how they were taught, or what was the first lesson of love to them. And they've never been able to express it except the only way they know how, the way they were taught. So we all need to evaluate ourselves and see if we can be honest with ourselves concerning what size we are. According to years of study by ancient Greeks, there are 8 types of ways to love. Agape, which is unconditional love. Eros, which is romantic love. Philia is affectionate love. Philutia is self-love. Storge is familiar love. Pragma is enduring love. Ludus is playful love. And mania is obsessive love. So, I did my own self-evaluation, and I was able to determine which ones I possess and the size of my containment I have of each one in my inner being. I pretty much came up with the answers I expected. So I am large agape, small eros, small philia, medium philutia, large storge, large pragma, large ludus, and small mania. Now, this is my own observation of myself. The question is how the way I express and love and how it is received by others on the receiving end. Do you know where you fit in as far as the 8 types of love? Do you know what size you are? My friends, are we really responsible for the reactions we get from our spouses, family, and friends when we express our love? In one of the 8 ways and the size of it? Well, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, this is a complicated and almost impossible for a yes or no answer to cover. You cannot disconnect from people because you feel that they don't express love the way you think they should. We have to love people for who they are and how they express it, and not how we want them to be and express it. Cause now you are saying, I would rather for you to be phony than authentic to please me. In my opinion, that is not one of the 8 types of love at all. That is my personal 3 S's. Self-centered, selfish, and just downright sorry. It's just my opinion. This plays a very important role in understanding. Addicted or not, a person can only give you what they have inside of them. Example, I know some people that are really big on the I love you statement. All the time, they say it with ease. And yes, this is a wonderful expression of love. But then you have some people that hardly ever say it, but would jump in front of a bullet for you. I guess to put it short, in my opinion, it is up to the person that is being loved on how they measure the love of their spouse, family, and friends. And most of all, themselves. Because most of the time, that is where the real issue is. You cannot experience true action of any of the 8 ways to love from others until you acknowledge the size and expression of the 8 ways to love you and have inside for yourself. My friends, let's face it, none of us will ever get it completely right how to love fully. That's why we have the God of the universe to love us all no matter what our size or ways of expressions are. Let's try to be more accepting of each other, especially when we know in our hearts of hearts that we are loved by our loved ones. We as humans are all flawed and therefore may not always be able to reach each other expectations or expressions of love. However, it should be more than enough to love your God of the universe or higher power. Know how to love yourself and others with all the love you have, no matter how it is expressed, as long as it is expressed. The size of it is totally up to you. So again, I ask the question, what size are you? Well, that's it for episode 2, season 3. I had a good time with this one, some laughter, a little light, but a very serious topic. And please excuse some of my pronunciation. I'm not Greek. And just some of my stumbling from the humor of it. Please visit my website, The Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. It's listed on your screen. Please feel free to post on blog, share thoughts, and also feel free to chat. Contact information is on there also, along with a lot of great music. Also, come join us on my Facebook group called Overcomers of Relapse Lounge. A lot of great inspiring posts and just a great group of people to chat with. Let me know your opinions and thoughts. And also, if you would like to be a guest on the podcast. Thanks again for joining me. Talk with you again very soon. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage for the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference in who we go. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, I slept. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Well, man, no, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, I'm tired of this shit. Tired of it. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Man, it's the detox. Oh, no, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, 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 no. Said I'll never do it again. No, no.